Because AI can't not have an answer. Did you ever notice that one? It can't not have an answer. Why? Because it's wired just like a high school kid. It orbits the internet 24/7. It wants to pretend to know everything, but everything it knows is on the internet, just like a 14-year-old kid. We're going to do something different right now. I want you to pie chart. I want you to actually think, okay? How much of the stuff that's in the universe, what percent of the stuff that exists in the universe is on the internet? Newsflash, kids. AI, artificial, keyword, intelligence, only knows stuff that's on the internet. It doesn't know anything else. And if you think everything is on the internet, you are mistaken. AI has no idea about anything that's not on the internet. So, if you want to know something that's on the internet, then it's great. It can help you find stuff that's on the internet. That's good, right? If you're looking for shit that's on the internet. However, if you're looking for stuff that is not on the internet, but is in real life, AI is not going to help you, actually. Now, the reason AI has become the Elohim, or the God, of so many people in this last few generations. You want to know why? It's so well respected and marveled at. Wow, this computer can find what's on the computer faster than I can. Yeah, no kidding. I know. As my dad would say, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, because the computer will find stuff that's on it faster than you will. That's normal. I can find stuff in my filing cabinet faster than the computer can. In fact, how about this? AI has no idea what's written on the other side of this piece of paper. Wouldn't you like to know? AI will never know what's on the other side of this piece of paper because I ain't going to put it on the internet. Something that might be, I don't know, maybe it's the keys of the universe. How about this? This is a Polaroid. Or is it, what brand is it? DNP, not a Polaroid. So this is a photograph. I'm enjoying something right now that AI will never ever know what the hell it could be. Never seen this before, guarantee it. So how about that? What do you say to that? So AI is the Elohim only of people that put the internet as their Elohim. And if that makes you feel bad, or you, but I'm gonna sit in a little farther, Rex. Define the term. How about let's get a dictionary? Where's the dictionary? Oh, I got one in my brain. You ready for this? The word Elohim in the Hebrew means literally powers or forces or great mighty things. It can mean a specific god. See, when you guys think of like, oh, they followed other gods, Rex, that means some Egyptian statue from Pharaoh's room, or that's like some Greek pantheon character, or that's like some Norse mythology. The word means powerful things. So if you perceive the internet to be, if the internet is what your life is centered around, then you better pull up a chair and a kneeler. You need a pew and a kneeler. So you can use the freaking, so you're the god of the internet. Artificial. That's why I call it artificial, because the internet is not reality. It's just a digital logbook of reality. And it's not even, like I got a question for you guys. How much of the stuff in the universe, you ready for this? Are you ready for an actual thinking exercise? This is not a regurgitation exercise where you memorize the answer. This is not a, what's Rex's right answer exercise. That's not what this is. I'm going to ask you a real exercise. You ever do a thing called critical thinking? You gosh darn kids nowadays, let me tell you something. Back in my, no. Critical thinking means you're actually thinking with your own brain. Did you know that you guys, who spend all day inside the internet, all day, are not using your brain to think. You're using your brain to search for something on here. That's not thinking. You're looking for thoughts that exist on here. We're going to do something different right now. I want you to pie chart. I want you to actually think, okay? How much of the stuff that's in the universe, what percent of the stuff that exists in the universe is on the internet? Give me a pie chart number. I already thought about this, okay? But I want you to come up with one. Because I bet you teenagers who spend their lives on the internet 24/7, everything they know is on the internet. They haven't done stuff or gone places yet. Everything they know is literally on here. They're not allowed to go. In 2025, kids are not allowed to leave their yard, you know. Like, you get arrested if your kid goes and plays down the street because, like, oh, they were, like, outside without permission. Where's their supervision? What? All kids know nowadays is on here. So their zeitgeist, their window of perception, their freaking comprehension and perspective of the universe exists entirely within the digital realm. They've never explored unexplored shit. Have you guys explored areas that the internet has not reached yet? I have. I've been in areas where the internet was not reached. Did I put it on the internet? I actually didn't. Would you like me to do that? So you can participate? Like, you understand the concept? How much of the universe is on the internet? I bet you kids will mark down like, oh, probably only a quarter. You think a quarter of all the stuff in the universe is on the internet? Seriously. Unbelievably myopic. You have zero experience. I bet you it's less than 0.0000001% of all the stuff that exists is on the internet. And let me tell you something. I do understand that God's word was put on the internet. That's probably that entire percentage. But that's just capturing the instructions of how you need to live right now so that you can participate in the rest of the pie chart. It's just the instructions for how not to die on Earth, a tiny little planet. Okay? Well, it's a huge deal. It's probably the biggest thing on the pie chart that's on the internet because there's infinite wisdom in there. But how much of all the stuff, how much of all of his stuff is on there? Even the book itself refers to all sorts of stuff that ain't in the book. As it was instructed by Moses. Well, what was it? It's not in there. You have to trust people now. It's not on the internet. As it was written over here, some guy probably would come up with one of them. How much of this stuff in reality is not on the internet? 99.9%. We have no freaking clue how big the universe is. So let's stop with the arrogance that I found a computer. First off, that's the computer's knowledge. That's not yours. How about this? If I turned off the power, would everyone all of a sudden become helpless and dumb? Would your life be over if the power didn't work? Would it be over? If so, have I got the deal for you? I got it right over here. You want to see? I'm not going to. The Oops solar generator to make sure that your life doesn't end when the freaking power turns off. It's funny, right? Oofta, guys. So, like, people that are bedazzled by the freaking AI tells me where they dwell with 99% of their deal. Guys that are scared of AI, you want to dig this? Guys that are scared of AI, like you fear what it's going to become. It could like end everything as we know it. If you think AI is going to end everything as you know it, that tells me where you dwell. I guarantee if the AI becomes a big scary thing on the internet, it will not stop the nut trees from growing over there in my yard. It will sure as hell not stop me from going out into the trees with the pointy object and trying to stick a white-tailed doe in the chest with an arrow. The internet could not possibly do that. It's not going to, it doesn't even know what's in my notebook. You know what I mean? Like, this thing is not God, actually. I hope you guys know this. The more time we spend, which world are you spending your time in? Here's a question. Which world are you spending your time in? You see, some people get in trouble when they don't spend enough time in that world. I've been in trouble for it. Like, you didn't even spend enough time in my part of this internet thing. Holy moly. I'm sorry. I was trying to stand in the yard with my son. Is that allowed anymore, man? Nope. Because this so quickly becomes your gravity. And if this is what we consciously orbit, if you dream and think in terms of scenes on the TV show, holy moly. If you've got the TV running 24/7 while you're sleeping, oh boy. How much should this affect us? Well, depends on what you're orbiting. Okay? Dwell in the reality land for a little while, once in a while. Don't forget your actual roots. That you are, pull on your finger, like grab this and pull on it. Did you know that you're a real human? Did you know that your actual real life has value too? Did you know that your life has value? And when I say your life, I mean you sitting there in real life. You could walk outside, walk down the street and sit at a coffee shop and talk to a real human. You could. Your real life has value too. The internet life, unless it's trying to tell you to jump out of it, you got to be careful where you put your gravity, guys, okay? So yes, the AI is a very powerful tool. It is a powerful tool inside internet land. Outside the internet, doesn't really help you all that much. Like, I had a flat tire the other day on one of my tractors. You know, I couldn't freaking have AI go fix it for me. I had to go outside and figure it out. I had to look at it with my eyeballs. You know what I mean? To figure out what the hell is going on, right? Or like when I had to make the decision yesterday, like, okay, winter's coming. Should I put stable in these gas tanks or should I not? I had to use my brain to determine, right, how many months is there? I had to count months in my head, and then I had to make a decision based on the chemistry that I know from the thing. Okay, I'm going to make this decision. You guys would freaking go on the internet for that shit, wouldn't you? Did you know that if I want to pit my kitty named Vader, now Darth Vader's on the internet, but not the kitty cat named Vader. He is not on the internet. AI won't be able to know, all right, advanced intelligence, whatever bullshit.com, tell me about the cat named Vader in Rex's yard. It'll either hallucinate or it'll bullshit you, because AI can't not have an answer. Did you ever notice that one? It can't not have an answer. Why? Because it's wired just like a high school kid. It orbits the internet 24/7. It wants to pretend to know everything, but everything it knows is on the internet, just like a 14-year-old kid. And no offense to actual real good 14-year-old kids that are actually squared away. I know some good kids that actually do real shit in real life. I've actually saw them do real stuff in real life. I've seen it. I've seen it. But what I'm saying is like, AI is just a giant freaking digital, huge 7th grader that's connected to all the computers. Good job. Let me guess, if I ask you a question about life, you're going to quote shit that you either memorized from the internet or looked up just now on the internet or asked your AI to look up for you even faster on the internet. You're going to explain life to me? Look at all the kids talking about politics like, well, the international situation is a dire situation. Like, what the hell would you know? You've never been nowhere. You've never done nothing. All you know is what Tom Brokaw said on the internet, and that's all she wrote. But you have an opinion, don't you? Hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh, these people are like this, and I have a heart for the people of this whatever area. Like, what the hell what? A cartoon on here. By the way, this is programmed by terrible people, and most of the people that upload stuff on here, even including myself, they have an opinion, you know. So put that into consideration. Did you know that Rex even has an opinion? That the stuff that I say might slightly have an opinion? I hope you realize that. How funny is it going to be when the freaking AI pulls the audio off of this video and puts it into its pipe and smokes it? It's going to be hilarious. Like, oh, wow. Like, if it can't find the answer, it's going to find Rex's video file and then grab my audio. Are you ready for that one to happen? I would just love it. That'd be freaking awesome. I should have an AI. I should be the daddy of an AI. I should build one myself. Program it to be like an angry old cowboy. And I'm not a cowboy. But I've seen the cowboy on the internet. And I know how they act. Because I watched it on Yellowstone. And they walk around like this. And then when you do something mean to the cowboy, you know what they're going to do? They tilt their hat down a little bit. And then they come at you. Dun, 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 and then boom, right in the face. And then they say, that's how we deal with it around here, son. Don't screw around with Rip the cowboy. You ever meet a real cowboy in real life? I did. They're not like the ones on the internet. I'll tell you that much. A real cowboy in real life that needs a horse actually to walk across the frickin' prairie to find a cow and doesn't film it for the internet and then feeds the cow and then walks back to his house and goes back to sleep and doesn't upload it on the internet. That's a real cowboy. That's real life cowboy. That's not the real, that's the shit on TV is not real. That's what's on the computer. So the entire filter of the entire generation circling the freaking television. You thought boomers were bad to believe the television. Oh, those gosh darn boomers, they just believe all those 1950s commercials. What a bunch of, obtuse individuals. Like, you carry a freaking TV in your pocket. You put this in the shower. You watch it while you're driving cars. Come on, man. I would never do such things. But I'm telling you, man, this thing is, it's funny. Do you understand that this is just something that people like, it's cool. The internet's a tool. It is not all of real life. It could not tell you about Vader the kitty cat or Mr. Fabulous. What happened to Mr. Fabulous the kitty cat? Ask AI. It'll tell you about a Blues Brothers character who played the horn. And then you get confused about a cat. Then it'll hallucinate and bullshit you. Just like if you asked a 7th grader to write a paper on it, like they would just make some shit up. Is it reality? It is not. And what happened to Mr. Fabulous was terrible. But it'll never be known because it's real. Actually happened. So how much, let me ask you again, now that you have new eyeballs, How much of the shit in real life is actually on the internet? 0.00000000000, and then I'll say 0 all day, and then I say 1 at the end. Maybe that much is on the internet. That's it. Do you understand what I'm saying? How much stuff did God create according to the book? A lot. According to your telescope, according to your microscope, how much of everything is on the internet? It's not. Maybe a freaking cartoon drawing. Well, biology's on the internet, Rex, and mineralogy too. Science, that's the universe. No, that's a cartoon drawing of a example that's usually plagiarized by the asshole that drew it to make his, you know what I mean? Like, I am telling you, reality, even books and library books, same exact thing, just slower. It's just BS that is more solidified. It's dried up a little more. It's not as liquid, like the internet splashes everywhere faster. Books at least are like slower to move. You can get them out of the way. Am I against reading books? I'm against you believing everything you frickin' read. That would be dumb. I want you people to be humans. That's my intent. I want us all to be humans. Did you know? How about this? You want to blow AI's mind? How about schedule a barbecue and then go to the barbecue and don't record it on the internet? And all the stuff that happened at the barbecue only happened at the barbecue. And when I remember one barbecue that is not on the internet, but it's about to be. You want me to? There's some funny shit that happens at barbecues that I'm not going to put on the internet because they don't need to know all the details of exactly all the stuff that, you know, like the funny stuff that happens at barbecues, man. It's that. See, once you ask the question, now how much is on the internet? How many barbecues existed in the history of time? How many of those are on the internet? 0.0000000000001, but even more zeros. Why? Because it is not an Elohim. You understand the concept, gentlemen? So, what does it tell you? When a kid is just, wow, the AI can like Google faster than a 12-year-old girl. Okay? And that's exactly wise? How? How is that helpful? All right, here's another one, guys. And this is going to be the freaking coup de grace. Look it up on the internet what that means. What does that mean? The coup de grace. How much of the stuff on the internet is complete bullshit? Not true. Now put that one in your pipe and smoke it. Hey, if you dig this, you can join us on a secret corner of the internet that Grok doesn't have access to because I didn't let him sign up yet. The Rex Patreon channel, where we try to be humans. Still, we insist on being humans. If you are entertained or find this enlightening, I welcome you. Plus, it funds my humble abode, of which I'm trying to build another room on. This house would be great, so I don't have to sit in my kitchen to do this. Rex, you're like in your mom's basement. No, it's mine. It is mine, and guess what? I own it. I own it. Show me your giant, beautiful house that you don't own. Now who's awesome? It's not me. I didn't do it. Actually, technically speaking, the Queen of England probably still owns this damn thing. Read the treaties, which are also not really on the internet. It's the vault of the contracts from 1,000 years ago that are not on the internet. Yeah. Yeah, even legal documents are not all on the internet. Did you know that, guys? So technically, this house is not actually owned by me, but like it does not belong to the bank. I'm not renting it from the bank. I'm renting it from someone else. Oh boy. Oh. I was trying to explain to you. You should come check out the Patreon channel if you want to. If you want to give a happy, wonderful prize to somebody, you could buy them a thing too somehow. I'll leave a link below on how to do that. Okay, it'll be in the description below. But it is helpful to the operation to try to preserve whatever remnant of humanity remains in the image that we were created appropriately. To actually think, how many people actually try thinking? You ever get in trouble for thinking? I've been in trouble for thinking. The world doesn't like that. They just want you to follow the program. They just want you to follow the program. But I would prefer we could break free from that idea. Maybe use our brains for 5 seconds and realize that just because 99.9999999% of all stuff that ever happened in the universe is not on the internet, that it's ridiculous to think that that thing is the God. Only the God of bullshit from the internet. Rex out. If you guys are digging this content and would like to nerd out even farther, please check out the Patreon page. We have 5 different levels available. The top 2 are actually completely full, but the bottom 3 levels do have some open slots. We cover a variety of content from the good book, music, news, everything in between. Thank you very much to the patrons who are there, and take some time to at least check it out. We have a lot more content on Patreon than we actually have on YouTube.